Hi, welcome to my Newtopia. I'm Mara, and this is Seema. She just wanted to be held just as I started recording, so say hi, Seema. Anyway, today is November 14th, 2016. I had VSG surgery on August 15th, 2016, so today will count as my 13-week/3-month surgiversary. I had surgery done by Dr. David Newman of Central Carolina Surgery in Greensboro, North Carolina. My high weight was 300 pounds. My surgery date weight was 250 pounds. My weight today is 212 pounds, and I am 5'8". I have finally gotten over some of my really bad cravings. So ever since I've had the surgery, let me go back. So if this is the first time you're seeing me, you might not know that I stopped eating sugar in February of this year, and I haven't had any since. But I've still been having cravings for donuts in particular. And every time I would be out driving around my town, there's a Krispy Kreme's that's like 5 to 10 minutes from my house. And I would be up at that side of town, and I'd think, I could stop by and have Krispy Kreme. I could have one donut. I have money in my pocket. My husband wouldn't even have to know. I could just go do it. And about 2 weeks ago, I was up right down the street from Krispy Kreme's, and I realized that I didn't even want a donut. I just drove by without thinking. I could stop and get a donut. So that's been kind of cool, because I don't really want to have those cravings. I just want to get on with my life, and I know that that's part of a food addiction, especially since I haven't even had sugar for so long. Though I will admit that this past Wednesday, when the election results came, I woke up when I read the results. I said to myself, I want a cookie or I want a piece of cake. I didn't go have any, but I did have that momentary thought. I did, however, that day make sugar-free cranberry pecan muffins, which totally not the same thing as a cookie or a piece of cake, but they're really good. So this past weekend, I went to the beach with my brother and sister-in-law and my mother-in-law, my husband, and our nephew. It was my mother-in-law's 75th birthday, and she lives at the beach, so we all met down there. And I had made a giant cake. I mean, the thing must have weighed like over 10 pounds. Chocolate cake with chocolate ganache icing and vanilla icing and vanilla flowers all over it. It was a really pretty cake. And I didn't have any, and my husband didn't have any because we're both off sugar and we're both eating ketonic diet. I had, however, made key lime tarts for us with whipped cream, all made with stevia or erythritol, and they were really good, and everyone else really liked them too. So if you are someone who likes sweets but doesn't want to have the sugar post-surgery, there are a lot of options out there, and I'm going to share in the comments my Pinterest page for low-carb desserts and low-carb recipes. But you can also look up bariatric recipes, and there's bariatric cookbooks and things like that. So it was fun being at the beach. We went, I did something I've never done before. My family had always gone, except for my mother-in-law, had gone to play laser tag with a nephew, and I hadn't gone because I just really wasn't strong enough. I had bad ankles and I weighed too much, and I didn't think I could go up and down ramps, and there was a lot of, running around and ducking and crawling around and stuff, so I couldn't do it before. And we were even there in June, and I couldn't do it. But this time I could. I mean, I wasn't very good. I got the sloth award because I was the slowest one. But I still managed to do it. And we only played one game, which was like 15 minutes, but that was enough. And then my sister-in-law and I went out shopping. And that was kind of an interesting experience because I've only ever gone shopping with my husband since I've lost weight. So we went to, if you live in America, you know that there's very few strictly plus size clothes for women, stores anyway. And so we went to one, and I was in their smallest size. So I bought a lot of stuff, like tank tops and stuff that I could use no matter really what size I get, or, get to a certain size. And then I went to Lane Bryant, and I realized that for the tops, all the clothes were too small for me, which was really weird because, I've shopped in Lane Bryant for, close to 30 years. And now the smallest they go is a 14, 16, and that was too small. And in pants now I'm in an 18, sometimes a 16, so it's probably not going to be much longer that I would be able to buy pants there either. I did buy a pair of tights because I think tights generally run a little tight. So I wanted to have something warmer for when we go up north for the holidays. So I didn't lose any weight this week. I haven't done anything different. It just, it could be because I was having my period last week, or sort of having my period. I was diagnosed with PCOS, or polycystic ovarian syndrome, over 10 years ago, and the solution for that was to put me on glucophage/metformin, which is a diabetic medicine as well, but it helps with the insulin resistance, which is part of the PCOS. As well as that, but I had really, really heavy cycles, and I would have them very close together, like 14 days apart, and they would last for like 7 days at a time, and really, really heavy. So I had ablation done 7 years ago, and it's only supposed to last for, the doctor told me when I had it, she's like, you'll have to come back and get it again in like 3 to 5 years, 5 at the absolute most, and I haven't had my period in like 7 years until like 2 months ago. So after my surgery and after I'd lost some weight, then I started having my period. It's very light, but I know that it could get much worse before I hit menopause. So I'm just going to go and get ablation done again in about 2 weeks. But I'm having more, hormonal imbalances because I'm not on the glucophage anymore, and I'm actually having, as the fat is being released from my body, a lot of estrogen is being put into my system because estrogen is stored in fat. Oh yeah, so I'm trying to decide if I was being hormonal or whatever, because I didn't eat any differently even when we were on vacation, even when we were on the vacation / at the beach for the weekend, because it was just a couple of days, and I can only eat so much, and I can only eat certain things, and so I stuck with the things that I normally eat. So I tried to take my measurements today because I try to do that every month to show what the difference is. But normally I have my husband help me, and I have him take pictures of me in my sports bra and like exercise pants. But he is working 14 hours today, so he won't be able to take pictures. And I was trying to take my measurements, but I'm like fully clothed with jeans and everything. And so that really wasn't working out because there's just too much fabric. So I'll just have to do it later this week and update next week with that. But I do know that Friday morning I tried on the pair of jeans that I'm wearing because I was thinking about wearing them to the beach, and they didn't fit. They were just a little too tight in the waist, a little too muffin top, and so I put on a different pair of pants, and they fit fine. But today I put on these jeans just to see, and now they fit fine. So I must have lost, like maybe half an inch in my waist. So when my sister-in-law and I were down at the beach, we decided after playing laser tag that we were going to go shopping, and it was strange because I have only ever really been in, as I said, plus size stores, and some stores cover lots of sizes, but very limited and very small selections, and so I don't normally go in a lot of those stores, but I was able to go in like Ann Taylor and try on clothes that fit me, which was very strange, and like J. Crew and Talbots and everything, all had clothes that fit me. I didn't buy anything in those stores, but I did buy something in a regular size store. And I got that whole, I don't think what size do you need sort of a thing. And I'm like, I really don't. I said to the saleswoman, I really don't know. I recently lost 70 pounds and I really haven't tried on clothes since. I've been buying, I mentioned before, previous videos, that I've been buying clothes at Salvation Army and different thrift stores. In Durham in particular, there's a place called Durham Rescue Mission, which is really good. Has a lot of nice clothes and really well-kept clothes for sale, and tons of them. So a wide selection. So I've been buying my jeans there, and I hadn't been buying any. I bought like maybe 4 shirts, and I bought them all in like extra large. But now, having gone this weekend, I realized that I actually probably should be wearing larges because my extra large shirts are getting a little baggy on me. So, yeah, I mean, things are going well. I feel really good. The only side effect of the surgery that I'm dealing, or 2 side effects really, is my still losing hair. I said something to my husband on the drive down to the beach. I said, that my hair, that I'm really starting to lose my hair, and that I had my hair in a headband, and he asked why I had my hair with a headband. And I said, because I'm starting to lose my hair, and he's like, oh yeah, I saw that in the sink, because I pulled out, like a handful of hair after I had combed my hair, and it was in the sink. And I don't know, I mean, my hair has been kind of thin for years, so I don't know if it's like losing it in any particular place right now. It's just maybe just sort of all over, and I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to deal with that. Am I going to get a haircut, or am I going to, anyway, who knows? That I don't know. And of course, the other side is constipation, because that's an ongoing problem. So I was taking like Miralax, but I was taking like a scoop of that, or a lid, as that's the measurement of that, a day, and that was fine. But sometimes I have to take milk and magnesium. That's when it's pretty bad. But then I realized that if I just drink coffee, then that seems to solve all my problems. And I like coffee, so that's perfectly fine. So having a cup of coffee every day or every other day, then that keeps me pretty regular. If you don't know, I mean, that's something you have to deal with afterwards, because you're eating a lot less and you're drinking less. So, and you're not having usually as much fiber as you did before surgery. But it's manageable. Nothing to freak out about unless it gets really bad. And there are prescription medications that you can get that would keep you regular. Some people recommend prune juice and stuff like that, but since I'm not eating fruit, and I'm not supposed to eat fruit or drink fruit juice or anything for 9 more months, then that's not something that's on my radar. Anyway, if you like the video, please subscribe or like or thumbs up or whatever. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you, and I look forward to talking to you next week. So, bye!